Good afternoon, everybody. It is June 25, 2023 at 12:01 p.m., so it is actually afternoon now. It is raining pretty hard here in eastern Kentucky, but we could use the rain. Please remember to hit the thumbs up to combat the cyber stalker. I have more than one, actually. This is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. Hope everybody's doing well. I wanted to thank the individual because I don't know who it is, because Chewy.com did not tell me who the person was that donated some cat food. As you know, I have a 501c3 nonprofit cat rescue since 2012 called Freya's Cat Rescue, and we are a Chewy.com partner. And as a Chewy.com partner, we have a wish list, and anybody can go to the wish list and send us cat food or a donation or a gift card. And somebody did this week, and I don't know who it is. I'm guessing I might know who it is, but I haven't confirmed it yet. But thank you so much. I also wanted to mention on my last video, when I mentioned Joe Rogan, no, it wasn't Joe Rogan. They were actually talking about him on the PBD podcast, Patrick Bet David, who has two channels. One is called Valuetainment and one is his podcast. On his podcast, he was speaking with and interviewing Alex Jones. It was Alex Jones talking about the terrorists and terrorist attacks. And when there are terrorist attacks, we lose all freedom. So I posted the link in the description center just this morning because I finally located it. So that's the order of the day. And this is a beautiful angel. This is a mini oil painting by Linda Russell. I located her on eBay. She has got an eBay store. But, you know, my favorite Bureau of Instigation are not angels. They are not these beautiful winged angels. They're evil to the core. But I was really curious because Alex Jones mentioned the shadow government. And you know how he just blurts stuff out and just goes on and on and on. And it's like, I'm always like gasping for air thinking, how is he getting away with this? So I looked it up. I wanted to ask AI, what is the shadow government? And then I looked it up on Wikipedia, and wait till you hear what the AI has to say about the shadow government, folks. Okay, so the term, quote-unquote, shadow government is often used to refer to a hypothetical or clandestine group or organization that is believed to control or influence the workings of a government from behind the scenes, operating in secret and outside the realm of public knowledge and scrutiny. The concept of a shadow government is often associated with conspiracy theories and speculation, and its existence and nature are not substantiated by credible evidence. Really? Well, guess what? You know, the Congress weaponization of the federal government hearings that have been going on, it clearly demonstrated that there's no conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy theory. It is a conspiracy fact that my favorite Bureau of Instigation places people with no ties to terrorism on the terrorist screening database. That is a fact. And they actually have a secret FISA court that doesn't report to anyone. So AI, you better get your story straight, because so far you're batting 100, downvote you. In fact, I heard, and I'm just getting a little sidetracked here, that a couple of attorneys decided to ask AI some questions because they were a little bit lazy about filing a lawsuit. And then after they got the information from AI, they asked AI, are these credible references? And AI said, yes, they are, but they weren't. Now these lawyers, I believe they're going to have some jail time. But whatever. So AI, no, it's not a conspiracy theory. And there's lots of credible evidence. So I'll go on to read. It says, in conspiracy theories, the shadow government is typically depicted as a small group of powerful individuals, such as wealthy elites, influential politicians, or members of intelligence agencies who allegedly manipulate world events, control governments, shape policies, and serve their own interests. They are often portrayed as working outside the established political structures, having undue influence over decision-making processes. It's important to note that the idea of a shadow government is largely speculative and lacks concrete evidence. What? Okay, folks. You know what my evidence is? Writing to the Attorney General of Kentucky and writing to the Criminal Investigations Department in Kentucky and providing video evidence, audio evidence, photos, written evidence, and then not hearing back from them. But of course, during the process, they contacted Muckrock to disable my public FOIA requests. Yes, folks, they destroyed the evidence. They wanted to destroy the evidence. How dare you, Muckrock? Yeah, well, I'm not finished with Muckrock yet, folks. I've still got to get an investigative reporter to do a segment on the censorship of government documents by Muckrock. Right. So anyway, it goes on to say that it's important to note that the idea of a shadow government is largely speculative and lacks concrete evidence. While it is true that powerful individuals and interest groups can exert influence on government policies through lobbying, campaign financing, and other means, the notion of a highly secretive and all-powerful shadow government remains unsubstantiated. Has anybody heard of Bohemian Grove, folks? You ever heard of that place where all these... Oh! Have you ever heard of Epstein Island? Nah, I guess it's a conspiracy that hasn't been substantiated. Governments around the world operate within established legal and constitutional frameworks, and decisions are made through public institutions and democratic processes. I know all you targeted people there are rolling around on the floor right now, screaming at the top of your lungs and smacking your computers. Yeah. I guess AI has not heard about the Targeted Individuals Program, all the people on the terrorist watch list, non-investigative subjects, and that once you're placed on the list, you lose all of your freedoms and you get to be stalked, harassed, asset stripped for the rest of your life. It is always crucial and critically evaluate information and rely on credible sources when examining claims about a shadow government or any other conspiracy theory. Well, evidently, AI is not familiar with the FISA warrants, the covert FISA warrants, the covert FISA court, how people are nominated onto the watch list, and how the FBI moves people from list to list according to the ACLU, trapped in a black box, growing terrorism watch listing and everyday policing. Dated 2016, the PDF can be located online. You can just search for my channel. I read it out loud. So AI, you need to add a little bit more substantive evidence to your response here, because your response is ludicrous. So then we go on to Wikipedia. Oh, it gets even better on Wikipedia. So I asked Wikipedia, what is the shadow government? It says that it's an opposition grouping in a parliamentary system that mimics the structure of the actual government, in particular its cabinet. It's a term for plans for an emergency government that takes over in the event of a disaster. A government in exile. And then they call it a conspiracy theory of a secret government. Okay, folks. So, but we know better. So I look forward to your questions and comments down below. Yeah. Yeah, so there's according to AI, a shadow government is hypothetical, has no substantiated credible evidence, and is a conspiracy theory. So anyway, this is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. It is raining cats and dogs here. I look forward to your leaving comments, and please hit the thumbs up and welcome newcomers. I appreciate your attention, and please spread the word. Share some of the videos that you see here, and I will talk to you soon.